second video tutorial on percentage. Now this video tutorial is basically on questions based on percentage. So without further delay, let's begin with our tutorial. Okay, so our first question says that if x plus y is 25% more than x minus y, then x is what percent of y? Now you see, the important thing here is that x plus y is 25% more than x minus y. 25% more or any percent more means you have to add 100 with the percentage that is given in the question, right? So 25% more means 125%, or 125 divided by 100, or 1.25, right? So our first step should be to create an equation by following the statement, which is x plus y is 25% more than x minus y. So in equation form, it will be something like x plus y is equal to 125 by 100 into x minus y. As I have already told you that you can write it in decimal form as well, whichever way you like, because after you simplify this question, you're going to get the same answer both ways, right? So our answer would be x is equal to 9y. And x is equal to 9y means that x is 900% of y. How? Because you see, with each integer value of y, like with each value of y, if we replace the variable y with 2, let's suppose, so 9 into 2 makes 18, and 18 is what percent of y means that 18 divided by 2 into 100 is going to give us 900%. So it's as easy as that, right? So don't be intimidated by the statement, by these statements, because it's very easy to solve these questions. Okay, our second question is that if x is 33.3% more than y, means x is equal to 133.33 into y, then y is what percent of x? Means y is equal to what percent 1 over 100 into x, and what can be replaced by a variable other than x and y, so we can replace it with z. But the question asks for another thing, and that is to round off our answer to the nearest 0.05. Now it's a very easy question. The only thing that you'll find difficult in it is to round the answer to the nearest 0.05. So in equation form, we'll simplify it something like y is equal to z over 100 into x, and because we already know that y is 100, right? Y is 100, because if x is 133.3%, that means y is 100, right? So 100 is equal to z over 100 into 133.33, and our answer would be 75.0018, and if we round it off to the nearest 0.05, we're going to get z is equal to 75. You see, because after decimal, you have what? You have 0 in the 10th digit and you have 0 in the 100th digit. This means that 0.05, if rounded off, is going to give us 75, right? I hope you've got this question, you've got the how to solve the question. But if you don't understand it, just leave a question or your confusions in the comment box, right? Okay, our next question is that if A is 50% more than B, then B is what percent less than A? A is 50% more than B means A is equal to 150 into B. Now our second part of the question is asking us to round off the answer to the nearest 0.005. Very interesting, right? Now if B is 100, then A is 150 into B, right? And the statement above says B is what percent less than A. So we're going to apply the percent change formula, right? And percent change is equal to difference between the original and the change value divided by original value into 100%. And if we the important thing is that we can write down the original and change values interchangeably in the formula, right? You don't need to worry much about where to write the original and where to write the change value. At the end of the day, what matters is how you simplify the question, how you conclude your answer, right? So our answer is going to be 33.33333% less, and rounding off our answer to the nearest point 0.005, we're going to get 33.33%. Now kindly note that the negative sign shows that B is 33.33% less than A. And also note that the question already uses less. Therefore, our answer will ignore the negative sign and it will be equal to 33.33%. Right? Now, in case of MCQs, if you have, if you're given 33.3% with negative sign and with positive sign in the answer choices, you're going to pick the positive sign answer, which is 33.3%, because the question already says B is what percent less than A. So we do not need to pick the answer with the negative sign, because your answer would be considered wrong. See, because the question already says B is what percent less than A. Be very careful when answering these simple questions, right? This question says that after a bakery sold 40 cookies on Monday and sold 85 cookies on Tuesday, it had 75 cookies remaining. What percent of its cookies did the store sell? Round off your answer to the nearest point 5. Very, very interesting question. And if you remember the problem we solved in our last video, which was about the percentage of vegetarians in a university, this question is more or less the same. Instead of vegetarians, now we have the number of cookies sold, right? So let us convert the question into an equation. First, we're going to add up the number of cookies sold, which is 40 plus 85, and it is equal to 125. Our remaining cookies are 75, and so the total number of cookies is 200, right? And the question is asking us that 125, the number of cookies sold, is what percent of the total, right? So 125 is equal to what percent means x over 100 into the total number of cookies, that is 200, right? And we can also write it down directly by equaling it to 125 by 200 into 100, right? Remember our high school days when we used to directly solve the questions this way, because our questions were very easy. So we were, we would directly solve the question this way: 125 divided by 200 into 100. But to understand the question well, you should, you should copy you should copy the statement and write the equation accordingly. We get the answer as 62.5. Now the question is also asking us to round off our answer to the nearest 0.5. What we're going to do is we're going to round off our answer, and it is going to be 63%, right? Our answer is going to be 63%. So 63% of the cookies have already been sold, right? So the number of cookies sold is 63%. Now let's have a quick refresher. When we're converting decimal to percentages or percentages to decimal, what we're going to do, right? So a percentage divided by 100 gives us decimal answer. So basically, when we're converting percentage to decimal, we'll be moving decimal 2 units to the left, and in case of decimal converted to percentage, we're going to move decimal 2 units to the right? And percent change is equal to new minus old or original divided by original into 100%. And percent increase is positive and percent decrease is negative. Okay, this one is also a percent change question, but let's see how it is different from the question that you've already done. Now, this question says that yesterday a water container had 20 gallons of water and today it has 26 gallons of water. What is the percent change of water in this container? Now, this question does not tell us if there is a percentage increase or decrease, but because the change is from 20 to 26 gallons of water, therefore our answer would be in with a positive sign, right? Our answer would give us an increase in the container, right? So our original value is 20 and our new value is 26. If we write it down in if we enter these values in the formula, we're going to get 30%, which is an increase, right? Now, in these type of questions, if you're given, on GRE, if questions like these appear on your test, kindly note that if you have if you have to select an answer from multiple choice question, you're going to pick your answer with a positive sign or no sign. No sign means positive sign. You cannot pick the negative. You cannot pick 30% with a negative sign because it is a percentage increase, right? So kindly be careful about these things. Be very, very wary about these things. These little, little things, because your carelessness would cost you 1 mark. So you should be very, very careful and very, very smart in answering your question, right? Okay, with this we come to the end of our second video tutorial on percentage. I'll be uploading 1 or 2 more video tutorials on the same topic, so stay tuned. I hope you've understood this topic and the trick to the trick to solving percentage type questions, or the questions based on percentage, is to simplify this statement, right, and then converting the statement into an equation. That is the hardest part of percentage questions. The rest is all easy. So just stay tuned to this channel. I do not want you to miss out anything on percentage topic or on any other topic, right, of GRE Quant, because you see, you need to work hard and you need to practice hard, and for that you need to be guided equally. So best of luck to you and goodbye for now. Thank you.